Welcome to Jasper National Park. We're in the Canadian Rockies now. Waterfowl hike. Beautiful view of the mountain. It's absolutely just jaw-dropping when you get here. It's like a straight up north face of the mountain. And then you have the Angel Glacier and a waterfall down from the glacier into the Cavell Pond that's turquoise with icebergs in it. It's absolutely stunning.
And it's a beautiful sunny day today. The sky has no clouds, completely clear.
To Cavell Pond, and it's so gorgeous here. The water is turquoise, there's icebergs floating around, there's a glacier on the side of a cliff in the shape of an angel. It's called Angel Glacier, with a waterfall down the cliff into the pond, and it's just stunning. Like, this is one of the most beautiful things we've seen. The sun did go behind the cliff, so the water isn't as bright, but when the sun is on it, it's like turquoise, bright blue. It's so beautiful. And the hike wasn't even that hard. The hardest part was getting a parking spot, because the parking lots are so tiny here for some reason.
Does anyone want a popsicle? It's pretty heavy. I mean, it's a giant chunk. I don't get my bag.
It's time to head back. We don't want to leave, we want to stay for the sun to come out and over the lake again, but There's so many other things we have to see today. We have to keep moving. This was so beautiful. Definitely a must if you're in Jasper. There's so many more parking spots free right now after 4.
When we got here, like, people were standing in lines.
Yeah, the people were waiting. So just come here at 4 p.m.
Or at 6 a.m.
To get here to Mount Edith Cavell, it's a windy, curvy road, about 20 to 30 minute drive up here. You can't pull a giant RV or a trailer up here. You're not allowed to because the curves are so sharp. You won't fit through as you turn. As big as a truck camper, maybe a few feet bigger, and that's it. I wouldn't do anything bigger, any bigger rigs. There's a trailer drop off at the bottom of the road.
Okay.
Before you even start here.
And that's one benefit of having a truck camper.
Yeah.
Because
you can get pretty much anywhere a car can. Waffles at Jasper Wafflato. This one is maple waffle, bacon, egg, and cheese. A strawberry delight with chocolate fudge brownie ice cream. Let's dig in. Okay, let's try the maple, bacon, egg, and cheese waffle. I don't know how I feel about the sweet and savory together. I thought it would be like a savory waffle, you know? But it's like a sweet maple waffle. Time to try the strawberry delight. I'm gonna get some ice cream on there and some whipped cream. That's nice. It's like a crispy waffle with a soft inside, and the strawberries are refreshing with the whipped cream. It's really good, and we picked the chocolate ice cream. It's all really good. I think I like the sweet one better. We just started the Icefield Parkway drive. It's a 140-mile drive from Jasper to Lake Louise. Usually takes you about 3 hours to do the whole drive, but there's so many beautiful stops along the way, it takes a lot longer than 3 hours. This is one of the most beautiful drives in the world. People from all over the world come here to drive this road and look at the scenery, and I can see why. It's already stunning. We've just been driving for a few miles. By the Athabasca River, and this river is gorgeous. The color is amazing. It's like a turquoise blue-green. It's absolutely stunning. I've never seen a river this color before. also go into the canyon where the water carved this out in the limestone. Look at that huge elk. Beautiful horns. We're at Sunwapta Falls in Jasper National Park. This is the second waterfall on the Icefield Parkway that you definitely need to check out when you're here. The river goes around an island and then the water falls straight down. It's so beautiful. That boulder is still just hanging on for dear life. I bet eventually it will fall once the water wears it down enough. So gorgeous! Got to the Columbia Icefield last night, but it was after sunset, so the lighting was low. We decided to come back during daylight and see it all over again. This is the Stutfield overlook here. It's a pull off the Icefields Parkway. You can get a beautiful view of the glacier. There's a river down below, pine trees, and the glacier at the top. And you can actually see the Icefield at the top of the mountains here. Thick layer of ice. The Columbia Icefield feeds about 5 or 6 glaciers, I believe. You're not gonna miss it when you're driving down the Icefields Parkway, but definitely a must to pull over and look at it. It's like a whole different world out here. It's a whole different world out here. It's just rock, ice, and water. That's the Athabasca Glacier behind me. You can take tours out there from the Icefield Center, across the street there. It's so windy here. I don't know if you can hear me. Look at the color of this lake from the glacial silt. It's so beautiful. So this all used to be the glacier down here. It's receded all the way up there. What is this? What is that thing in the water? So weird. Crazy to think how huge this glacier used to be. Like that's a moraine right there, the rock pile up there, all that loose gravel, that's where the side of the glacier rubbed up against. Same thing right here, all this loose moraine, that's where the glacier rubbed against, as it was all down here in this valley. I mean, look at that big U shape. That thing must have been like that tall at one time. It just carved this valley out. So we had to pull over here because it just is so peaceful right now. There's the grasses that are turning yellow in the fall. Some trees have turned already. And there's a bunch of dragonflies just flying around, enjoying the last days of summer. This is just like the perfect peaceful scene. I could spend all day here.
That water is. I just want to drink that.
Is this? Oh, it's a pine cone, but why is it so hard? There's more over there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the water is cold. It's so blue, that's crazy. Look over there.
Yeah. So this is Waterfowl Lake. It's incredible. This is the actual color of this lake. That's insane. I've never seen a lake like this before. This is so beautiful.
And you have the trees turning orange right here.
Yeah, the trees are starting to turn right here.
Nice.
The colors are just insane right now. Oh, wow.
And it's like 72 or 74 today, so it feels really warm.
Let's take a swim.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The water's pretty cold.
Yeah, the water's pretty cold. So beautiful. Got to the Peyto Lake overlook, so you're gonna be seeing it for the first time with us. Oh, here we go, the first peaks of it. Look at that. These are probably the other two lakes that we were at down there, the Waterfowl Lakes. This is incredible. Wow. We're up here in the treetops. This overlook platform. We're at Peyto Lake. It's pretty busy here, but I can see why. It's so beautiful. There's a glacier on the right that the water comes off of into the lake, and the water's so turquoise. It's unreal. Got here 6 p.m. There's pretty decent parking. No parking issues, so if you get here in the evening, you should be okay. Lake Louise. The sun has gone behind the cliff, so the water isn't as bright blue, as turquoise as you normally know Lake Louise to be. So that's why people come here in the morning when the sun is right here and illuminating the lake. That's when it is at its best. If you want a little bit less crowds, which probably isn't possible, there's still a bunch of people here, but at least no parking issues in the evening. Still quite beautiful and peaceful. Lake Louise is our last stop here in Banff National Park, and this concludes our trip to Jasper and Banff National Parks. We had 3 beautiful warm days here in early September. The weather was perfect. We saw so many beautiful things, turquoise lakes and rivers, glaciers, mountains. It was just incredible scenery. And this is going to conclude our Canada trip. In the next episode, we're going to be back in the US. Look at these animal crossing bridges that they have over the highway.